What's up, guys? Nolan here, and today we are thoroughly going through everything that we learned from yesterday's new Chronicles of Rizzy episode and event. TLDR, yes, the quest resets on death. Yes, it's difficult. And yes, although these Bloodhounds spawn every raid, the bosses stopped spawning every raid a few days ago from that hint quest event last weekend. The hint quest is still there though, so you can still finish it if you need to. It's just that the bosses aren't spawning every raid anymore. There was a bug for this new quest from Jaeger where it disappeared after a death, but that's been fixed. So yes, the quest resetting on death is supposed to happen. It's just not supposed to disappear. For little things like that, I can't always get a video out and you might miss a comment or an edit to the description. So make sure to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below. Also, the Bloodhounds are spawning on Woods, Customs, and Shoreline if you're interested. We've got a lot of important lore to actually dive into thanks to this limited series, and funny enough, today's sponsor is actually another limited raid series I'd like to tell you about with Raid Call of the Arbiter. Now, if you're a ride or die PC gamer, then I get why Raid isn't for you, but I do find the time to play Raid quite often and figure there's plenty of you that could be interested as well, so you should check it out. Raid Shadow Legends has premiered a limited animated series called Raid Call of the Arbiter, which you can watch for free in-game. There's new episodes premiering every Thursday at 10 a.m. EST until July 20th. Now, there's never been a mobile game that I play that's based on lore. I would definitely go to PC for that, but I really do play Raid all the time and can appreciate the stories behind some of the characters I've been leveling in game over the years shown in this series. If you're into team fight games and animated series, you should check them out. The limited series expands the world and lore of Raid, exploring the backstories of many of the champions you see in game. Raid Shadow Legends continues to celebrate lots of Call of the Arbiter related features with new champions, more lore connected to the series, and a bunch of activities that you can still take part in. There's lots of new stuff for Raid fans to get into as well, with some things that may interest you if you've bounced off Raid before. So jump in and start from the beginning. Everyone will get the chance to get Artak, one of the 5 new characters from the show, as a playable legendary champion for free just by logging into Raid for 7 days between now and July 24th. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, use my link in the description or scan the QR code right here on the screen to get a free starter pack with this cool in-game loot. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. So we start off still in Arena, where Rizzy is healed up thanks to the blue-haired doctor from the last event. He made friends with an Arena champion and is going to work with him to escape from Arena. TLDR, there's members of the Arena who are kept there against their will and forced to fight like gladiators. Being one of those people, Rizzy of course wants out. Also, thanks to the blue-haired doctor, apparently she dosed one of the Arena guards with laxatives or something, and that allows them to only have to take out one guard and escape from Arena. Rizzy also confirms that she is dating Ragman, the traitor Ragman. There is an important line here where the Arena champion recognizes the traitors in universe as well, referring to the plans of another Arena fighter who said, "If we get out, first to the traitors." So that is their plan. They're going to escape from Arena, then make their way to a traitor. After the most confusing and hilarious melee takedown I have ever seen, both Rizzy and the champion are able to take the guard's gear and escape. The breakout does not go smoothly though. They do get caught and alert the rest of the Arena guards that they're getting away. The next scene, we are actually presumably on streets or some kind of urban area that is clearly an Arena guard stronghold, or at least we thought. Cut to inside the building and we see Gluhkar, a man in a wool beanie, a big dude wearing riot armor with police clothing, Sanitar, and Rashala all eating and drinking together, where they clearly mention Kaban. They say Kaban is late and that he'll be here. There is very clearly foreshadowing on the police officer as we are just awkwardly watching him eat an apple for a few seconds, and one of them even say, "What's up, bro's not here?" implying that Kaban is the police guy's brother. Lo and behold, Kaban shows up and hugs the police officer character, and he even says, "Hello, brother." Kaban sits down and joins the rest of them there, which again is a table of 3 of the known bosses in game. Later, an Arena guard we recognize from earlier shows up to tell the guy in the beanie that Rizzy and the champion they're now calling Merc have escaped. The beanie guy tells him to go hunt them down and kill them. We cut to Rizzy and Merc running through the woods, where Merc kills a Bloodhound and then lets one go because they recognize each other and are friends. The Bloodhound that he let go even yells they went in a different direction. Cough, cough, karma on that one. Cough, cough. At least maybe a little bit of a hint at karma on that one. When they stop to take a breather, Merc mentions the name Kollontai. Again with these names. Kollontai, which could be the guy in the beanie from before. He also refers to him as one of Tarkov's big shots. Rizzy asks about Kaban, and Merc says no, he's a cop or something. So since we know Kaban is the other one, that confirms the lore behind the guy that looked like a cop is actually a cop. I think what's happening here is Merc is misremembering and forgetting that he has a brother, or doesn't know that he has a brother. Or maybe Kaban was a cop too. Next, we learn that Rizzy doesn't like bananas. Then the duo moves over to find their traitor. Later that night, they move through the woods and come across Jaeger's sitting at his campsite with his dog, exactly like we see it in the character art. Then it fades to black. So to break down what we learned here, we learned that the bosses are associated with the man that runs Arena, and that man's name could be Kollontai. We also see that Kaban and the police officer are brothers, and they, along with Gluhar, Sanitar, and Rashala, are friends with this Kollontai guy, or who we assume to be Kollontai. Merc even refers to it, saying only the losers aren't invited. So that leaves me to believe the rest of the bosses are not friends with this group. That posse right there, I'm sure will be important to keep in mind for the future. Now, Gluhar's guard was the last one seen with a riot shield, and I'm speculating that that is the story behind how Kaban's brother, the police officer, gets the riot shield, since we've heard rumors in the past that there will be a police officer boss with a riot shield. Talked about that in yesterday's video. While Kaban himself, I believe, has been named before by Nikita as the car dealership boss. I can't remember exactly when, but I do seem to remember Nikita himself giving the name of the boss, and it was Kaban. We also learn about how organized the arena guards, aka Bloodhounds, are, and that at least some of them are pretty good fighters. I think BSG's intentions here were to introduce us to their capabilities and begin to really understand the lore behind Arena and the people that run it. I believe there will be mechanics where these Bloodhounds will try to sweep through a map in Arena if the time runs out, and then we'll have to fight them along with possibly some bosses like what we saw 2 episodes ago. Rizzy and Merc have made their way to Jaeger, so we will have to see what happens next, as the series is not over yet. We saw this last season. If the series was over, if there weren't any more episodes, they will very clearly say it is the end, and there will roll credits and stuff like that. Also, there's the whole Rizzy's dad part of the equation, where we still don't know where Rizzy's dad is or who he is. It's possible he's Jaeger because his dad was a hunter, but I didn't notice the resemblance. Let me know what you guys think. I strongly believe that the end will coincide with at least the next major patch, if not the wipe. The last season ended a couple weeks before the wipe, which, speaking of, no word on when 13.1 will pop up. That's what we are currently waiting on next. Also, we haven't seen anything new pop up after completing the new quest from Jaeger, but as always, I will let you guys know more once I do. But that's going to do it for today, guys. As always, if you liked the video, hit the button, sub for more, comment what you think, and check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.